What's up, fam? Modern day caveman here. So, real quick. Um, Yesterday I got a call from who was it? Western Governors University, right? And I reached out to them too. And one thing that I've noticed that when you apply to these colleges, as soon as you put your email address and your phone number in, they call you. I mean, like they're calling you as soon as it's done. As soon as you click the enter button, it wasn't even 30 seconds in there. Every from from the University of Phoenix to University of Maryland, my computer career, Western Governors University. As soon as you put your information in, they're calling you. So it makes me think that they might be a little thirsty, like really thirsty. Like I don't know, man. So I'm kind of leery about applying to those schools. One of my subscribers gave me a really good idea, and I think I'm going to go with that idea, which is go to a small community college here and get an IT certification, or maybe an associate's. I could probably get at my own pace. A lot of these colleges now are doing what they're called a competency type curriculum, which is where you if you can pass the course, like if you could just turn in the final project and you pass the final project, then they'll move you on to the next course where you don't have to relearn a bunch of stuff. So I'm looking at that. It was kind of it's weird. I just think they're being really thirsty, and still it's just being really thirsty. So that's just a quick update on the college stuff. I'm going to move past that. All right, I'm going to move, but I just wanted you to know that as soon as you enter your information in, if you're trying to apply for college or schools, and you go to their website and you put in your information, they're contacting you. It's kind of scary. Then they're just like it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. It's like it's just weird because they like that information is instant, and they're calling you instant, and they're just trying to get you in their school instant. And I'm not really feeling that. I feel like I kind of like when you get all up in my business, and you're like all up in, like it's like, oh, wait a minute, let me invite you in, right? But I guess that sending that information on the internet isn't an invite. So, but anyways, so yesterday, yesterday I filed my taxes. I filed for my tax return, and I contacted the IRS, and it was absolutely free, absolutely. But I will say this: I paid $30 to have my to do my tax return. But the reason why let me go back. All right, so I was looking for somebody to show me how to do it step by step. I wanted somebody to walk me through the process step by step. And I just really hard to find somebody that was willing to take the time to do it. So I went through all these different websites. I had my W-2s from my previous employer and from my current employer. And I was just like, I don't know how to do this. Like, I just don't know how to, like, I didn't know what to do. I was looking at the information on there, and I really didn't understand the information. And so I finally, when I went to St. Vincent de Paul, and I talked to Dion Crockett, and he's the reentry coordinator. And when I talked to him, and I told him, like I said, I'm needing services myself because I can't find out how to do my taxes. I want to learn how to do my taxes. Never did taxes. So he said, dial 411. And I'm like, what? He said, yeah, dial 411. You know, and I was like, okay, like, and so, anyways, I dialed 411, and I asked for TurboTax, right? No, I take that back. I went to a meeting, and one of the guys in the pit meeting, the positive influence team meeting, said that call the IRS, man. They'll do it for free. And so I was like, all right. So I went to the IRS website, And what happened was when you go to the IRS website, they send you the TurboTax. So TurboTax and the IRS have some kind of contract to where they do your taxes for free if it's just a simple tax return. That's all they. It's just if all you're doing is filing a simple tax return, it's free. It's absolutely free. And you need your W-2s, and you need your driver's license number. I believe is right now. Like if you got a driver's license or a state ID, you needed to know that. And that was pretty much all the information that I needed was those things. And so I went to so after that, I called TurboTax because I saw that they were sending me the TurboTax. I called, got information, got TurboTax, and it was an automated system, and they were directing you to go to TurboTax Online. So I went to TurboTax Online, and it was simple. Like literally, they walk you through every stage of filing your taxes, and they explained everything to me. Like I'm like they explained everything to me. It was amazing. It was like I learned a lot. They go step by step, and then first they get some personal information, and they walk you step by step through the process. And if you have any questions about anything that they're having you doing, they got little clickers, like little hyperlinks. That's what they're called, hyperlinks, to where, like, say if they told you to put this information in, and then it'll have it say, why do I have to put this information in? You click that, and it tells you why you have to put this information in. When it gives you options, like you have different options to have to choose from. You ask, why would I choose this option? And it opens up a small screen, and it explains to you why each option is available and what each option does. And how they calculate the tax. What's this number mean? Like everything. They gave you step-by-step instructions, and it was really user-friendly. I didn't have any problems reading it at all. It was very, 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 very simple. Extremely simple. I was amazed. I was really amazed at how simple it was. Now, mind you, it was a timely process. It took me about 2 hours to do, but that's because I've never done my taxes before, and I was reading everything that was being done. I wanted to know why I was doing this, why I was putting this information in, why I had to click this option, everything. That's why it took me 2 hours to do it. But I would imagine if you didn't take the time to read through all this stuff, you'll be done in about 15 minutes. Right? Like literally, it was really, really that simple. And they did my state and federal tax returns in the same site. Now, the reason why it cost me $30 is because I signed up for a package through Intuit, because Intuit is who is, I guess they're the parent company of TurboTax. That's who owns TurboTax, or that's how TurboTax is launched through Intuit. But I got identity protection, case by one-on-one assistance. Like if I need one-on-one assistance, I can contact them for anything relating to my credit. Like I got free credit monitoring, and not free credit, but I got credit monitoring and how to boost your credit scores. So it was a little package that I could have got, that I got for 30. It's like $32, and you don't have to pay for it. They take it out of your return. So it was very, very, very simple. So if I had to tell you about really just getting doing TurboTax, like filing your taxes if you never did anything with taxes. And it was simple. I mean, like literally, because when you first get on, they ask you, how do you feel about filing for your taxes? And it was like, not so good, okay. And like, it's like, and I told them from the beginning, like, I don't feel so good about doing this. And they reassured me, like, it's okay. I know it's intimidating. It's a lot of information. And I'm like, it was so user friendly, very, very, very good. And it was just a great experience. I have to say that it was user friendly, it was informational, and the information was useful. Like, it was helpful. I was able to understand. It's plain and simple language. They got graphs and they explain it to you. I'm seriously folks. When I tell you that it was very simple, it was very simple. They walk you step by step, step by step. And because I had two different W-2s, they tell you exactly like what happens if you got two W-2s. And you know that I was incarcerated most of not at the beginning of last year. And so I didn't start working until the middle of last year. And so they ask you about, like if you was, they got special circumstances, if you was incarcerated. And it tells you like most of these situations don't apply to people, but some people do apply, and they had just about every scenario that you could possibly think of. And I hadn't filed taxes last year, and they tell you at the beginning that you're going to need this form from last year, but if you didn't file last year, you don't need it because it got an option that says I didn't file last year, and they go through the whole thing. And it was just so simple. It was really, really so simple. The process was so simple, and it was informative. I got a lot of good information about a lot of different things, and they guarantee you the maximum return, and I know the amount that I'm getting back, and I'm kind of lightweight surprised. I'm like, they're gonna give me this money back? Like, okay, so now I see why people are so happy about when they get their income tax return and what they're gonna do with that money. And because I'm shocked. This is money that's going towards my education. Like, it's not as much as they're taking out, but it'll get me a little bit closer, so I don't have to raise so much, right? So I'm happy. Like I'm satisfied. Anything that I'm getting back, like it's just crazy, man. Like I'm happy with the amount that I'm getting back. I just want to say, okay, so it was real simple, and I'm happy with the amount that I'm getting back because I wasn't expecting anything. So that's my update. That's like I said, if you want to try to do your taxes and you just got a simple tax return, TurboTax, man. TurboTax. Super simple. Super simple. That's the best that I can say. Well, I got to say it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification button. All right, guys. Remember, God loves you. So do I. Peace. One love.